Hello, Phil again. So this topic is on patios, one of my favourite aspects of gardening. And the reason for this is because patios combine many of the key aspects about developing a garden for yourself. That is landscape design, outdoor living, and of course gardening itself. This patio I'm sitting in, I carefully designed, allowing for the different aspects such as the surfacing, the shading, the features around it, the surroundings and the plants. I actually have 5 different sitting areas in my property, 2 terraces and then 3 patio areas. They're designed for different times of the year, times of the day, and also different events. Sometimes we have larger events in this garden, for example. Many of the enjoyable times that I have on my property are actually sitting in my patio areas, socialising with others or just simply quietly communing with nature. Now, my property here is fairly large as far as suburban sections go. It's 1/4 of an acre or 1,000 square metres. However, even on a smaller property, I feel often that you can actually put several different sitting areas, allowing for different situations. And even if you can only manage one, it can be done in such a way that it really attracts you to sit there and also socialise with beloved others. So let's get into it. We can define a patio as a paved area at ground level used for outdoor living. It is usually separated from the house, unlike a terrace. The patio has seating and usually has shading for comfort and a sense of enclosure. Developing a patio is an opportunity to create a fabulous facility for relaxing and entertaining, the core of the garden. Situation. While there is usually limited choice regarding where you situate a terrace, you have the ability to choose an area that is sunny and sheltered for the patio, whether close to the house or maybe in a further corner. So long as it is easily accessed, that is fine. It is also useful to consider it as an opportunity to create an attractive vista when viewed from the house or other parts of the garden. The outlook from my terrace onto my patio is really attractive and inviting. If possible, put a clear line of access from the house to the patio, preferably using the same paving style and material. Style? You can coordinate the design with your chosen garden style, for example Mediterranean, tropical or cottage garden. This can be reflected in the type of paving, the degree of formality and the associated plantings. If you don't have a spectacular view, the reality with most urban gardens, you can surround the patio with raised gardens featuring scented plants, flowers and interesting foliage. In my case, I have my Mediterranean style walls and colour choices, my raised gardens featuring dramatic foliage plants and my choice of warm colours. In this example from the Chelsea Flower Show, the patio is actually sunken into the garden and the sitting area is embraced by the retaining walls. Here is another example from the same show, showing how you can add character and pizzazz to your patio. Materials. The 2 main materials used for patio surfaces are poured concrete and commercial concrete pavers. Concrete can be poured to any shape and is relatively quick and simple to lay. It is important to allow a slight fall for drainage. The main options are a smooth texture, tinted concrete or exposed aggregate, which has a rougher surface. While an expanse of concrete can be boring, you can make it more interesting by adding a stamped effect, a brick or paved hedging, or tiled features at expansion points. Terracotta tiles are also available and are well suited to Spanish and Italian garden styles. Pavers are more labour intensive to lay than concrete. They are usually laid in a bed of compacted sand which helps with drainage and keeps the patio from becoming uneven. It also allows air and water to reach the roots of any trees in the patio area. Patio sand is normally brushed between the pavers to hold them in place and to allow drainage. In my case, I chose to make my own pavers, 150 of them to be precise, each one being around 70 kilograms or over 150 pounds for you Americans in weight. This was more economical and enabled me to get just the right style that I wanted. Timber is of course another option. However, it is most practical if the decking is raised a little above ground level. Features: you can gain the optimum leverage from your expenditure on the garden by paying particular attention to the area surrounding the patio. In my case, of course, I have a water feature with the tinkling of a fountain adding to the ambience. Just look at this other example that again I saw at the Chelsea Flower Show in London, where the water feature embraces the sitting area. If you choose to purchase and cultivate annuals and herbs for your garden, this is where you'll gain the maximum enjoyment from them. A degree of enclosure around the patio will not only provide shelter and privacy, it can enhance the enjoyment and sense of intimacy. Here is a simple small patio sheltered by evergreen shrubs. Raised beds bring your flowers closer to those sitting on the patio. Another option is to actually grow the flowers among the pavers, or in this case, wooden planks. Vertical gardens can move this experience to the next level. Shading, the element that you select to shade the patio, can add to the comfort to the users, as well as contributing to the vista as viewed from elsewhere. A deciduous tree is the simplest and cheapest option. However, it requires the greatest amount of maintenance. This Gladitsia tree adds an attractive dappled shade. I've linked my tip about suitable shade trees for garden below. As is usual, this tree is planted on the side of the patio, so it isn't an obstruction for the users and to avoid the risk of the roots pushing up the paving. In my case, I have a jacaranda tree, which I keep well pruned to avoid any problems. I've put a link below showing how you can maintain a patio tree. I also have a sun umbrella. Other options would be a solid gazebo roof or a shade sail. So that's it for this tip. I've been joined by Munchkin, as you can see. Hello Munchkin. Don't forget to like this tip and also subscribe if you haven't done so, and share this with others, as this is what helps my channel to grow. And don't forget to add comments, because I do welcome them and I find them interesting. I reply to them quite quickly, and also I do sometimes learn different aspects about people's gardening experiences. So goodbye for now, but I will just add a couple more short clips on patios just to finish off this video.